The opposition Jamaica Labour Party JLP has launched a scathing attack against the government's management of the economy on Tuesday. Opposition spokesman on finance Audley Shaw says the PNP administration has failed to live up to the expectations of the Jamaican people. According to Mr. Shaw, the economy is shrinking and Jamaicans are suffering. His comments came as he made his contribution to the 2015-2016 budget debate in Parliament. More from Peter Gay Coombs.
Audley Shaw was fired up as he made his contribution to the 2015-2016 budget debate in Gordon House. The Shadow Finance Minister criticized the government's poor management of the economy, which he says has drastically impacted the lives of Jamaicans. Mr. Shaw says Finance Minister Dr. Peter Phillips continuously boasts about passing IMF tests, but he says the real truth about the economy isn't forthcoming. Shaw says that since the Portia Simpson Miller administration assumed power in 2012, the local currency has depreciated by 34% against the US dollar. This, he says, has plunged the average citizen deeper into poverty and left public sector workers struggling to make ends meet.
Under this PNP government, the exchange rate has depreciated by 34% from $86.60 to $1 US in 2011 to $115.39 or 40 cents to $1 US, driving up the cost of everything, including fuel, electricity, and food. The average cost of basic foods, as I said before, shot up by an average of 40%. This increase has been on the backs of most consumers whose incomes have not increased, making them poorer and poorer.
Audley Shaw says the former Jamaica Labour Party administration did a better job at managing Jamaica's coffers. He argues that when the JLP demitted office in December 2012, the economy was growing at 1.7%.
Let me make it clear. Labour parties used to 5, 6, 7, and 8% growth. But the truth is that we had to deal with a global economic meltdown, and we dealt with it. And we handed the economy over at 1.7% growth. These are not our calculations. This is from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica. And the sad truth is that the Jamaican economy has not seen that growth rate since then. Not in any year and not annualized in any quarter since this government has been in power. They simply do not know how to grow the Jamaican economy. Mr. Speaker, they are lurching like a drunken sailor from one half-baked idea to the next. And in the process, the government is ruining lives and ruining businesses.
According to Mr. Shaw, under the JLP administration in which he served as finance minister, unemployment stood at 12.8% compared to the present 14.2%. So for the shadow finance minister, the People's National Party administration has run out of ideas for growth. He believes there's no clear-cut plan to drive decisive actions. And in a clear jab at Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Anthony Hilton, Shaw asserts that the government is pure talk.
Ministers of this government, Mr. Speaker, ministers of this government trip over each other to make grand announcements. One was made in Montego Bay last week. $5 billion US come in. Not a shred of detail provided, except $5 billion US come in. No details provided. They trip over each other to make grand announcements, only to learn later that all that glitters is neither gold, rare earth metals, nor the elusive logistics hub. We see this in the actual GDP outturn.
Mr. Shaw asserts that Jamaican businesses are feeling the pinch as well.
It is of some concern that J. Neville is reportedly making 200 workers redundant, so is Scotiabank. And why is Nestle Jamaica moving its Milo manufacturing facility to Malaysia? 5,000 miles away, putting Jamaicans out of work. Why?
Peter Gay Coombs for Scene Caribbean News.